afternoon, Skills Center. I'm Danny DeRocher, and this is the CSC News. Super Tuesday was this Tuesday, with over 13 states voting on who will be the Republican and Democratic candidates for the presidential election in November. With Trump and Clinton dominating in nearly every state, it is likely they will be the nominees for the upcoming election. With the fight between Apple and the FBI heating up, more than just money is at stake for the company. Money, credibility, and trust are all contributing to the big picture. The FBI is insisting the Apple creates a backdoor for the iPhone so they can get past the security code. The FBI is saying the phone may contain important information that may lead to saving lives down the road, but Apple is saying that giving them such power would be an infringement on constitutional rights. On mid-morning Monday, 10 children were stabbed outside a primary school in China. All children survived but were hospitalized. The assailant could not be arrested or charged because he killed himself after the stabbings. This is not the only time knives have been used near schools, with a man wounding 23 children with a kitchen knife outside high school in 2012. In school news, penny wars will continue into next week. The competition runs through the 11th, with the winning class awarded a special breakfast event. Make those pennies count. Monday was February 29th, or Leap Day. Let's check in with Stephen for some information about leap year.
How long does it take for the Earth to revolve around the Sun? If you said 365 days or a year, you're on the right track. The time is actually closer to 365.25 days, giving us leap year every 4 years.
Thanks, Stephen. Now let's see what's going on around the Skills Center.
Hello, CSE. The word of the week is languish. Do you know what languish means?
No.
Let's go ask a few people.
Another word for foreign language? Nope.
To lie about in pain.
He died in this.
State.
Thanks, guys. Languish. Lose or lack vitality. Grow weak or feeble.
The old man in the hospital languished in bed.
In CSE, this is Sabina Priti here with Ms. Bennett, and today I have some questions that I would like to ask Ms. Bennett. So let's talk to her. Okay, so I've heard that you're recently doing Scratchboard.
Yes, our classes are doing Scratchboard right now.
So what is Scratchboard?
What it is a piece of like illustration board, and then they take and they put a layer of white clay on it, and then they put a layer of black ink over top of that. So then when you scratch on it, it creates texture, kind of like this. This is a student artwork out of Scratchboard. Damien Spade did this.
That's a really nice picture.
Yeah, it is. He did a really nice job on that. You start off with a black and white photo, and what I've done is I drew a picture of the photo, just a simple drawing of the outlines of the panda's face. And I did a close-up of the panda because I really wanted him to, I wanted to show the texture of the face. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the picture and I'm going to lay it over top of my scratch board, and I'm going to trace the lines that I drew. And this will be hard to see on the camera, but what you have when you're done is you have the indentations from your pen. And they're very, very hard to see unless you're looking very close at them. But what I'm going to do is use the indentations as a guideline for myself. So when I start scratching, I know exactly where the areas I want to scratch are. I don't ever want to do outlines on a scratch board because it makes it look less realistic. So I'm going to just scratch the fur right into the scratch board. A finished example of this drawing, which looks like this. And this is actually student work. And you can see that the student made the fur go in all different directions with the scratch tool. And they made areas lighter, and they made some areas darker. That is Scratchboard.
Hi everyone, today Multiculture segment is about Iraq. Iraq has the largest US embassy in the world. Let's learn about Iraq from Arvin. Hi Arvin.
Hi.
Describe the most important holiday in your culture.
Most important holiday would be Ramadan. It's the mostly wide celebrated holiday in Iraq, and if you go to Iraq and ask anyone about Ramadan, there won't be anyone who will tell you what it is.
Okay. What is considered the most respectful in your culture?
Most respectful will be religion, because religion there, or in my opinion, any other country, if you go up to someone and ask them what their religion is, they would easily tell you what they think. And in Iraq, it's the same thing. Religion's very highly respected, and it's whenever it's talked about, it's held up in the high standard.
Okay, what is the official language in Iraq?
Official language, I would say Arabic, because there are a few variation of languages in Iraq, such as Chaldean or Kurdish. I speak Chaldean and Arabic, but for Iraq, everyone seems it's Arabic, and that's what it is.
Okay, so describe what is going on in your country right now.
Right now, it's a little difficult to explain because there's so much violence, and with the ISIS uproar in Syria, it's causing a lot of Arabic people to move or just leave everything behind and go. Mm-hmm. Right now, it's really violent, really intense. I still have a few families there that are telling me what's going on. If this is just their opinion, and I agree with them, if it continues this way, World War III may or may not begin with the Middle East if ISIS isn't stopped.
Mm-hmm. Okay, we just wish that everything will be fine in your country.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you for joining with us today. Next week, we will be interviewing a student from Bennett. Thank you.
This is Mecca, and this is Laugh and Giggles. Today we have new jokes and new riddles, but before we get into that, we must get into the joke and riddle from last week. So here we go. So the riddle was last week was, what is light and what is white? And you see it every day, which is a cloud. And what eats your food at night and comes to your dinner table, which is a fly. And today we are going to get our joke and riddle of the week. For our joke today, we have something that is warm and something that protects you at night. What am I? And for our riddle today is, I am tall when I am young and I am short when I'm very old. What am I? And that is for today's riddles and jokes. See you guys next time.
Bruh.
Hi, it's Nigeria doing Student Athlete of the Week. This week's Student Athlete of the Week is Brian Williams. Brian Williams was chosen to be Student Athlete of the Week due to his hard work on the court and on the field. Brian Williams is also known as the Hawk of the team due to him being on ball side and keeping a close eye on his opponent. Brian Williams has showed high opportunities and multiple chances to different colleges and a chance to succeed in the future. They also have a game today at Edinburgh at 7:30. Now let's cut to Artisan Soccer clips. And they have a game on Sunday at 5:45 at the Erie Premier Center. Thank you.
That will wrap up this week. Thanks for watching. I'm Danny DeRocher. Have a great weekend.